Thus. Hey, welcome back everybody. I can't believe it's been a week already since I did the very first video. So welcome to the Thursday video. It's going to continue the theme of stances, which we've done 2 of now. If you can remember the first stance, we did Nekoashi Dashi stance, which was forward leaning stance. So 70% of the weight was on the front leg. Then on Monday, we did back stance. Okay, Nekoashi Dachi, back stance. Stance we have for Oshudo, stance we have for Pina Shodan, and the open sequence for Pina Nida. So we're going to keep on going back today, and today we're going to work on Nekoashi, cat stance, and it's probably one of the hardest stances that we've got so far. We find it in Pina Nidan, we've got it in Pina Sandan, opening sequence, and we've got it in Pina Godan. So Tasha's actually on the roof at the moment, like waving through the skylight. So hang on a sec. I'm going to show everybody. Stay there, you're like a flipping weirdo on the roof. Hang on. You're gonna wreck my video now. It was like she's painting the roof, by the way. She's not just like, I haven't like randomly locked her out there for being naughty. As much as I'd like to sometimes. Okay, so a little bit random. Nekoashi, back stance. So back stance, as the name implies, most of the weight is on the back leg, and it's one of the hardest stances as beginners that we need to work on. Okay, so working on your Pina Nidan as you're coming round into that sort of preparation position, ready for your Nukite strike. There, that Nekoashi Dachi back stance is all the weight is back. So we're going to cover the 5 things we need to work on now, the 5 points to get Nekoashi Dachi back stance correct. So point number 1 is the feet position. You know, we start with the feet, very important for cat stance. Now, people get this wrong all the time, especially as beginners. It's quite awkward to get the feet in the right position. So for cat stance, again, we want to keep that width in your stance. If we start in ready stance here, we don't want to come in line, okay, and be off balance again. So we want to stay hip width apart, and we want to have that front foot coming forward, and we want to have both feet, if we can, see on both feet are facing the camera. You're going to have to flare that back foot out just a little bit, a couple of degrees, okay? But as much as you can, you've got to get that back leg, okay, pointing, the foot position pointing the same way as the front foot, okay? We don't want this. We don't want that toes pointing out to the side, okay? That's not what we want. We want the back foot and the front foot, both feet pointing in the same direction. Okay, so that was point number 1. Point number 2 then kind of leads on from that, right? It's building up from the foot position. Both knees have to be pointing in the same way. Okay, so both my legs are bent and both knees are pointing in the same direction. Okay, so if I'm facing the camera, both of my knees are pointing towards you guys. We don't want that knee to be sort of flaring out like this, okay? We want both knees as much as possible pointing in the same direction, pointing the same way, okay? Nice cat stance. Good. Point number 3 is most of the weight then, if you get that right, is on the back leg, okay? So most of the weight is on the back leg, and it's 90% of your body weight is here. So you stay here for like a couple of minutes, right? And this thigh here is screaming, right? It's working really hard. And you can test this cat stance position yourself by just seeing if you can lift that front foot off the floor without changing your position too much, okay? So if you can lift that off the floor without changing your position too much, you kind of know you've got your weight in the right spot, okay? So that was point number 3, 90% of your weight is on one leg, which is why we spend a lot of our time building up our leg strength. It's because we're going to stay here for a bit. And we pause in this position as well, right? Especially in Pina Nidan, Pinal Sandan, opening position. Okay, we pause in these positions. So you've got to be able to hit it first time. You've got to be able to hold it nice and strong before you then progress down into the next move. Okay, so that's point number 3. Point number 4, I'm going to go back to the feet. Okay, this is really, really important. Point number 4, as you can tell, the front foot is very high off the floor. So when we had back stance last time, the front heel was off the floor. Now we've got a shorter stance. We want that front heel to be as high as we can off the floor. Okay, the higher the better, and we want just the ball of the foot to be against the floor. Okay, so heel nice and high, the back foot is flat. Okay, imagine if the back and heel had to be up as well. That'd be horrible. Okay, we do reverse this stance, by the way, in some of our techniques, especially in Kushanku. Okay, we reverse the cat stance. Okay, but this is normal back stance where the weight is at the back. Alright. Last little thing about the feet before we go on to the last point is, well, how far forward, Mark, do I go with my foot? Okay, so if I do it sideways for you guys to see, what you want is to start your Dachi with your toes in line, and then you want to go your heel in line with your toes plus a fist. Okay, heel in line with your toes, so plus a fist about there. Okay, so that is the natural length to my stance then. Okay, I've still got my hip width. Okay, so if I did it facing you guys, I've still got the hip width to my stance, so I'm not like on a tightrope again. Okay, and the length is heel to toe plus a fist position. All right. Last bit before I let you go. Last point, point number 5, is what we do with the hips then. Really, really important. Okay, what we do with the hips. You've got to try and keep the hips square. If your knees are pointing in the same direction, then so should your hips. See how my hips are kind of square facing the camera? You don't want to be popping one hip up, Joe Jones. You want to be popping one hip up, okay, and shaking your booty, trying to correct it. Your hips have to be level and square this way, and level and square that way, okay? And then if you wanted to have your sort of preparation stance in Pina Nidan, you can see now that this prep move is kind of, your heels of your hands are kind of by your belly button, right? Pointing towards you guys, okay? How does that look like from the side? You don't want your hip to be up like this too much, okay? And what happens then is you lean, and you don't want to go the other way either. You don't want to be like, people think, oh, back stance, and they do that similar thing like what back stance do. People think, oh, weight on the back, and they kind of lean like this. Nah, you don't. Remember, for most of these stances from the waist up, we want to be neutral, okay? We want to be like, have a dancer's line from the waist up. So you sit on top of your hips, 90% of your weight is on the back leg. Pull the hips under you a little bit, okay? So don't flare your booty out. Nobody wants to see that, okay? Let me see your booty. Roll your hips underneath. Most of the weight is there. Back nice and straight, shoulders back and down. Ready for your next position. Core tight, okay? Working your core, okay? Any questions on that? Leave some descriptions in the comments this time if you've got any questions. And I'll leave the comment section open as well now, so make sure to like the video. If you subscribe and press the bell button, you're going to get notified every time one of these gets posted. Let me know what stances you want me to do next, okay, in the comment section, and I'll start working on those for next time. Before I do, if you want some inspiration, I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you've got one of these, alright, this is our syllabus. There's Richie in the front, look. If you go to the back of the syllabus, I bet you didn't even know, there's a list and a description of all the different types of stances you might be expected to do in your basic karate, okay? So we've got Zenkotsu Dachi on there, you've got Kukotsu Dachi, and you've got Nekoashi Dachi on there, cat stance, okay, which we've just done now. There's a couple of more complicated ones on there, mostly for the purple and brown and black belts, okay? But if you want to have a little read, okay, pick which one you want me to do next, and we'll go from there. Okay, get practicing. Thank you very much, guys. Next week we're going to put some of these into practice, and I'll give you little drills to practice some of them as well. Okay, thank you boys and girls. Yes.